Hey guys, King Power 44 here, and we are getting brand new class mounts in patch 7.2. I mentioned it in a previous video, but this is going to be the video about that. I'm not going to show the video that they showed at BlizzCon because I don't know what's going on with like copyright issues or anything, so I'm just going to show you guys some pictures of each of the mounts. But yeah, let's jump right into it. So the first mount we're going to be looking at is the monk, and I do like it. It does look very monkish. It's pretty much the same character model as the Shadow Pan Tiger mount, but there's just some different decorative elements to it, and you can see like its stripes are sort of glowing a little bit, so it looks very monk-like. It's got a lot of monk features, including the little gourds on the back and the barrel. The next mount we're going to be looking at is the new Druid flight form. I think this looks awesome. If you see in game, it's really big. You've got like a huge wingspan, and they're this really cool owl with antlers. I really like the way it looks. I can definitely see myself picking up my Druid again just because of this new flying mount. It looks awesome. Alright, moving on, we're going to be looking at the Demon Hunter mount. It is, of course, one of those fell bats, but it has some armor on it. That's pretty much all I can say about this mount because, you know, that's just it. The next mount we have is the Shaman mount, and it is amazing. So basically, you are riding this wind elemental around. All of these mounts fly, by the way, if you guys didn't know, and it just looks really cool. Now, something I will say is that Blizzard has said that each mount will look a little different for each class specification that you're in. So like this elemental shaman mount might look like this, but for an enhancement shaman it might look like something else. So that would be interesting to see if maybe they mixed in some different elementals instead of just the wind elemental. Moving on to the next mount, it is the warrior mount. You're basically riding a proto drake that has a little bit more Stormheim feel to it. It's got some nice armors, and I don't think you can see it here in this picture, but he does have some really tiny arms. So the next mount is for rogues. It is this raven. It has like a little drape on top of it so that you can put the saddle and ride on top. Of course, rogues would be getting ravens. I don't know how I feel about the little like armor on its wings. I don't even know how that's staying on there at all, but I think without it, it wouldn't take away from the appearance. It's still, you know, you're riding a raven, and you can't see it here, but in the back you have sort of like its tail feathers are like just a cloud of shadows. The next mount is the paladin mount. I showed it from this angle for some reason. No, it's just because that's the way I got the picture. It's a normal horse. Like, I don't know why they didn't do something a little bit extraordinary for the paladins, like maybe make it a horse made out of light, but no, it's just an ordinary horse with like some higher detailed details on it, like the saddle and some of the armor that it's wearing. Now, my personal favorite, because I am a hunter main, is the hunter mount. It looks awesome. It's sort of this wolf harpy hybrid or wolf hawk hybrid. It's really cool, and if you go ahead and check out the video from BlizzCon, you can see that it does look amazing when it flies. It's got a really nice wingspan to itself, as do all of these mounts. Like I said before, the Druid new flying mount has a huge wingspan, and the same for the hunter mount. And this next mount, the priest mount, it's got, you know, some lion aspects to it, and then it has the head of not just any owl but a barn owl, which is really cool because we haven't seen that sort of attribute on any of the other mounts in game. And it does have glowing wings. It is a priest mount, but like I said before, for a shadow priest, I don't think this mount will look like this. I think it'd be a much more, you know, darker version of the mount. Moving on, we'll be looking at the Death Knight mount. Now, it's basically like a Sindragosa hybrid with like a demon. I guess it's like fell energy inside of sort of what Sindragosa was. So it looks really cool. It's a little bit similar to some of the mounts we've seen before, but it's got just enough detail to show that it's a much different mount made for patch 7.2 in Legion. Now, the next mount we're talking about is the Warlock mount, and I really have to say I don't think they tried at all with this mount. It looks very similar to the Warlock mounts that we have already, and I'm just gonna say I don't like it at all. So moving on from that, we have the mage mount, which is sort of flying on a magical disc, which again I know a lot of people are upset about because they feel like it's already too similar to certain mounts in game. We have like the cloud mount from Mist of Pandaria, and we have the magic carpet mount. It's a little bit different because it's not a carpet, but it's sort of a mixture of both of them. That's pretty much it, guys. Those are all the new mounts for each of the classes in World of Warcraft coming to us in patch 7.2. Like I said, again, not all of them will look this way. I believe that it does depend on your spec. Let me know in the comments down below which of them is your favorite mount. Like I said, my personal favorite is the Hunter, but if I had to pick another one, I think the Shaman mount is really, really cool and innovative. Like the video and subscribe if you haven't yet. I'm King Pyro 44 and I'm out of here. Peace.